US envoy Tom Barrack has called for a pragmatic, inclusive resolution to restore stability in Syria, emphasizing consensus building and national unity as essential for lasting peace and reconstruction. He urged moving beyond divisive tactics to address Syria's complex challenges through dialogue and cooperation. Meanwhile, Israeli media reported Barrack's arrival in Israel to meet Prime Minister Netanyahu and discuss reducing attacks on Lebanon. This visit highlights intensified US efforts, especially under the Trump administration, to pressure Israel to halt military actions against Lebanon. The diplomatic push aims to ease regional tensions, prevent escalation, and promote calm along Israel's northern border through dialogue and restraint. Now, Syrian media has reported that Israeli occupation forces advanced into the towns of Barej and Bur Ajam and in southern Quneitra in the countryside. Earlier this morning, Israeli troops stationed themselves in an abandoned house north of Tanaja amid a heightened military alert. The Israeli occupation forces established a base inside the house with military movements and tank moved from Tel al-Ahmar west to east in Quneitra, accompanied by gunfire. Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei has firmly declared that Iran will resolutely resist any US attempts to force submission or capitulation. He emphasized that Iran cannot be compelled to yield to external demands or ultimatums. Regarding the nuclear negotiations, Khamenei acknowledged that profound and intractable differences persist between Tehran and Washington, making resolution unlikely in the near term. He reiterated Iran's unwavering stance against succumbing to American conditions, underscoring national sovereignty and defiance as core principles guiding Tehran's stance in ongoing diplomatic tensions. Iran's Ministry of Defense has announced that Israel suffered severe strikes targeting its military infrastructure, with the occupiers' miscalculations exacting a heavy price. The Iranian Ministry of Defense spokesperson stated that Israel pleaded to end the war. He explained that Israel initiated the conflict, intending to fracture Iran and weaken its national strength. The statements highlight Iran's betrayal of its resilience and Israel's desperation amid escalating hostilities. Now, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has marked Ukraine's Independence Day with a powerful video address from Kyiv's Maidan Square, praising the resilience of Ukrainians after 1,278 days of war. He thanked soldiers, volunteers, medics, teachers, and citizens for their role in defending and rebuilding the nation, calling it a shared struggle for independence. Zelensky expressed confidence in Ukraine's future, saying the country is now stronger, self-respecting, and no longer waits for gestures of goodwill, but acts on its own terms. He stressed that peace will come not through concessions, but through strong security guarantees that deter future aggression. He also emphasized Ukraine's role in Europe, stating that the EU needs Ukraine just as much as Ukraine needs the EU, and highlighted the country's growing status as a strong ally. Pope Leo has marked Ukraine's Independence Day with a heartfelt plea for peace during his weekly noon blessing. Addressing the crowd in St. Peter's Square, he urged prayers for Ukraine, asking that the Lord give peace to the martyred country. The Pope also sent a telegram to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, expressing solidarity and prayers for those suffering. I implore the Lord to move the hearts of people of goodwill, he wrote, that the clamour of arms may fall silent and give way to dialogue.
Fratelli ucraini, i quali con iniziativa spirituale, preghiera mondiale ucraina, chiedono che il Signore doni la pace al loro martoriato paese.
On Ukraine's 34th Independence Day, world leaders voiced strong support for the country's sovereignty and resilience amid the ongoing war. US President Donald Trump praised Ukrainians' unbreakable spirit and backed a peaceful resolution. Leaders from the UK, the EU, China, Turkey, Switzerland, Moldova, and Nordic nations also sent messages, mainly shared by President Zelensky on X. Zelensky thanked allies, saying global unity is key to achieving lasting peace, even as fighting continues in eastern Ukraine.